Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at historic no banned list format that is going to be here for the next 2 weeks apparently. So as you can see here, historic event, all access, no entry fee, and no ban list. This is going to go on until September 4th. So yes, there you have it. Nothing is banned. It is all access, so don't craft anything. For the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be playing in this format probably just to kind of test the waters. If it's too degenerate, I might not last too long, but we'll see. So what this means is that things like Lightning Bolt is legal, Demonic Tutor is legal, Oko Thief of Crowns is legal, even Time Warp is legal. But above all, the channel is legal, which is insane because even in Legacy, this is a banned card. Even in Vintage, this is a restricted card. So having access to 4 copies of this is a bit degenerate, isn't it? So this is the deck we're going to be testing out today. This is the One Ring combo deck with the Paradox engine, but a lot more powerful compared to the historic version because we're playing some banned cards in historic. So first of all, we have channel. Until the end of the turn, anytime you could activate mana ability, you may pay 1 life, and if you do, add a colorless mana. So if you have lands on the battlefield, they can activate a mana ability. So guess what? You can pay 1 life instead and add a colorless mana. So what you can do, you play channel on turn 2, then all of a sudden, you can play all of your colorless spells in your hand. Supposedly, if you have the One Ring and Paradox engine, then you could go One Ring, draw a card, play the Paradox engine, play Mishra's Bauble, untap the One Ring, draw 2 cards, and so on and so forth, and draw your entire deck. But that's actually not going to generate any mana. Like Mox Ember in this deck doesn't actually generate mana. So if you started with Delighted Halfling on turn 1, now you're untapping Delighted Halfling for mana that could be used to cast a legendary spell every time you untap with the Paradox engine, right? Then you can play the Kinnan out, which will now generate an additional mana of any type that permanent produce. So Delighted Halfling tapped for a green mana, for instance, or black, it'll generate additional black mana or green and so forth, which can then be used to cast non-legendary spells. If you have Mox Ember at the same time, now Kinnan can just generate infinite mana and play out your entire hand. And then what you can do is play the Demonic Tutor and grab Tendrils of Agony, which can then just kill out your opponent since you played your entire hand this turn. So that is basically the idea with this deck. The alternative to winning with this deck is you play out your Karn and then grab an Aetherflux Reservoir. That is also an out. But if opponent has an opposing Karn on the other side of the board, then your Aetherflux Reservoir isn't going to be able to actually do anything for that turn, right? Or somehow they have a Pitting Needle, for instance, and then call on Aetherflux Reservoir. You're not going to be able to activate that. Then you can just play like Tendrils of Agony to kill them instead. So there's a lot of different ways of killing them. And let's not forget Dark Ritual. Turn 2, play Dark Ritual, play the One Ring. Boom. It's pretty insane. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some historic no-ban event to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Is that a turn to One Ring I see? This format's ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold the phone here. Hold the phone. What do I see here? What do I see? Channel? Okay, hold the phone. Did I win? Play the Botanical Sanctum. I channel, play Karn, One Ring, Paradox engine. I think that's how it works, right? So we gotta go Karn first. And we grab a Paradox engine. And then we play the Paradox engine. Then we play the One Ring. This will untap the Delighted Halfling. We're gonna draw a card. Then we're gonna play the Mox Ember. So currently... Oh, I made a mistake. Made a mistake? No. Never punished? Never punished? Wow, that's insane. Never punished. Okay, so... Okay, hold the full control when you have the Paradox Engine out. So we're gonna grab Dark Ritual. Float green. Dark Ritual. Draw a bunch of cards first. Then we're gonna add some blue just to cast Oko. And we're gonna do some green shenanigans. And then we're gonna go Oko. Forgot to draw a card, so we're gonna draw some cards. Found another channel, but that doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna QQ. Add some black sources. Draw a bunch of cards. There's a Tendril. Oh, made a mistake. But this is a game. That's 10 Storm. So we get to win yet another game with the Tendril's Agony, which is sick. It's like it's like not necessary, right, to win with Tendrils, because the Karn has Etherflux Reservoir, but the Tendrils is in here just in case if opponent also has a Karn on the opposite side of the board, right? So having like a 1 copy of Tendrils is super nice. That's kind of weird. Wasn't the storm count at 10? It was about to deal 22 damage. For one of these were black lands, man. Would have been so good. Do we still keep it? Maybe we do. Nice. That's really good. So we could grab Channel, but Channel does not accomplish anything. I don't think so, right? Because all we can do is... So this is Demonic Tutor, right? Search your library for a card. All we can actually play here is a Paradox Engine, which is not very ideal. This is problematic, isn't it? I guess I could like Dark Ritual into Demonic Tutor. But that doesn't necessarily let me play the One Ring this turn. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I think I'm supposed to grab Channel here. No, I think I'm supposed to actually grab One Ring. Because it lets me get to stuff, right? Okay, One Ring is not gonna do anything. Against the Broco. So we need Channel. Channel is the key card that we need to get. We'll attack here.
You're a tricksy one.
I do want to save the Mishra's Bauble for the Paradox Engine, but I think we really need to start drawing a card. And we're gonna save all these for combo piece. These are all combo pieces. So we get Dark Ritual here. This is Tendrils Agony.
It's not poisoned. Trust me.
So I'm gonna be hovering over a lot of cards this session just because like these are normally cards that you wouldn't otherwise see. Oh, that doesn't really do anything. Okay, we got a land. So I can go Dark Ritual, play the One Ring, tap, play the Delighted Halfling, draw 2 more cards, but that doesn't actually like let me get anywhere. I think I'm supposed to play the Delighted Halfling and pass so that Kinnan can actually generate some mana. And this way, our legendary cards aren't also going to be countered in the future. Leyline of Abundance. What are they doing? Like, shouldn't they just be making 3/3s and then just start attacking? Like, they're giving me too many turns. Giving me too many turns here. So, opponent is just playing the standard deck with Krasis, Oko, and Uro back then. Before Oko was ever banned. They're not even attacking. Man. Okay, so I think it's time, right? I think it's time. I think it's time. Paradox Engine, untap Delighted Halfling. Is it time? Well. So we play the channel. Draw more cards. Right now, Tendrils of Agony is at 6 stacks. Black mana. Draw more cards. Is that 7 stacks? Guess we're gonna play a Karn here. I want to win with the tendrils here. Nine stacks. We're not going to be drawing anymore.
Stand down. I advise that you yield. My allies are counting on me.
Think that should do it. Okay, we're done. Boop. Boop. It's been so long since I've casted Tendrils of Agony. That feels good. There we go. I'm so glad my opponent stuck around until we comboed off there. Wow. Wow. They were awesome. Okay, so... looks decent. We can cast Kinnan with Delighted Halfling, which is really nice. I'm not even sure, like, if Mishra's Bubble actually... belongs in the deck. I'm not gonna crack it just because I have everything necessary at the moment. We'll probably crack it here. Channel. Warm coil engine. It's totally fine. Karn? Now we could just go one ring here, right? We could just go one ring. Draw a card. Lay the land. Another alternative I could have done was that I play the Karn. We grab Chalice of the Void. But that's gonna screw up our combo, so... Okay, let's go full control. Play the Mox Ember. Let's add some green sources. Let's play the land. I actually didn't bring, like, Karn sideboard other than the 4 cards that I have, but that should be still okay. We're just gonna add blue. Should have probably added green, but it shouldn't matter too much. Okay, we found Oko. It's fine, we're just gonna cast it. Okay. Opponent leaves. Turn 2 ring? Is it 2 ring? Delete a halfling. So we got cast dark rich. Okay, that is a turn 2 ring. Wow. That is a turn 2 ring. Wait, I could have played the Delighted Halfling if I wanted to. Whoops. Double Swamp. In this economy, I guess they could be playing Island for counterspell. I mean, that's broken, like, turn 2 ring. Like... At the beginning of your end step, if you discard a card this turn, wow. I don't think they realize this is an all-access game. I don't think they realize this. I mean, this deck probably has... Maybe I should have just played Mox Ember there. I guess it kind of worked out. Does Mishra's Bubble let you look at opponents and still draw a card? Look at the top card of target player's library. Draw a card. Yeah, I think it does. Okay, so let's play out the Kinnan. And we're gonna channel.
Evil must not be tolerated. You will not threaten this world.
Ow. Oh, opponent's gonna learn today what kind of format this is. They're gonna learn today. They will learn today. Okay. I don't think they realize this is an all-access format. Right? That is a juicy one. At the same time, I'm not really channeling to anything, right? Like, I'm not actually channeling to anything. Could be better. Keeping the Mox Ember just to trigger the Paradox Engine in the future. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. We lost. We can't draw a card. We can't draw a card. Hold up. Hold a phone. Okay, opponent, you got me? Okay, so how do we deal with... Oh, we could just... Oh yeah, we can just goose it. Maybe I surrendered a little bit too early there. Nice. Yeah, so last game I shouldn't have surrendered. Instead, I should have demonic tutored for an Oko. And then we could have made the Shaldred into a 3/3 goose that doesn't do anything. That's how this deck will get around the Shaldred. Memory lapse. Okay, that's a very good information. They decide not to... Okay. I think I will still go Delighted Halfling here. They're gonna get an elf. Currently they have memory lapse up, but that thing is entirely useless. We could go Karn. Or we could just go Kinnan or One Ring. So many things we can do here. Yeah, let's just go One Ring. Yeah, because this one says counter target spell. It doesn't say that same wording as like something like Ether Flux. So Delighted Halfling counters it. Yeah, this game is over. It's Jover. That is kind of brood, isn't it? I should probably save the Mox Ember there. In case we draw... Actually... Should we just go Mox Ember here? And then play Karn?
I am Karn.
And what can we grab?
I will rid you of your corruption.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just go kill the archive. So currently we are looking for a demonic tutor. Okay, that's really good. Two, 3, 4, 5. A bit unfortunate. Am I taking 9 damage now that I think about it? Yeah, that's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Why not? I mean, not 9 damage, 5 damage. Approach. Oh, there you go. Demonic Tutor.
I have faced worse than right. Some solutions must be
Can we win, actually? What do we get with this Demonic Tutor? Let's actually think about this. What can we get with this Demonic Tutor in this case? So I Demonic Tutor. Oh, I could get an Oko and then get rid of this Orcish Bowmaster. And then what? I kind of like the turn kind of ends there, right? Oh no, because Orcish Bowmaster is gone, then we can keep tapping the One Ring with the Paradox Engine. And we'll eventually win, right? Yeah, okay. So there was actually an out. Okay. Alright, so, I mean, what can you say? Turns out, if your format has Dark Ritual, a Demonic Tutor, or copies of Channel in your deck, all of a sudden, you just win out of nowhere on turn 2. I mean, turn 2... Yeah, turn 2, yeah. I do think the last game we won on turn 2, right? We channeled into Karn, grab the Paradox Engine, play the Paradox Engine, play the One Ring, draw through our entire deck, right? And just win from there. So I am really liking this Delight Halfling in this deck, by the way. I was gonna confused like which one I should play. Maybe Delighted Halfling isn't it. A lot of people are playing counter spells at the moment since Memory Lapse isn't banned. So counter spells, Memory Lapse, even Spell Pierce. So Delighted Halfling is going to be absolutely fantastic for being able to cast Kinnan, right? Being able to cast Oko, Karn, Paradox Engine, the One Ring. So yeah, it does make sense that the Delighted Halfling is in this deck, right? But I mean, what can you say? Channel. I can't believe I get to play with the channel. The funny thing is, the arena doesn't let you pay for the colorless mana by paying the life. It only works when I don't have any mana available to cast anything. I mean, that was really nice, but otherwise, yeah, this is a broken card. Anytime you could activate a mana ability, meaning your mana as well, this will generate 1 mana. And since Karn, One Ring, and Paradox Engine are all colorless mana, like you can just play Karn, like I did before, play Karn, get the Paradox Engine, or the One Ring. Either works, like whether or not like you have the One Ring or Paradox Engine in your hand. So find the missing combo piece with the Karn, and then just kind of win from there, right? You can draw your entire deck. You just have to make sure if you're playing with Paradox Engine, you have to go on full control. So that's Control Shift. If you hold them together, Control Shift, and then just work your magic from there. But yeah, such a cool card. Man, these arts are just so freaking good. I think if more Moxes were in Historic, like Mox Opal, things like that, I wouldn't even play Mox Ember and Kinnan, to be fair. To be perfectly honest with you. But because Mox Opal is the only card that we have that generates a mana for 0 mana, that's why we're playing Kinnan. I'm not so sure about Mishra's Bubble. I don't know why it's banned in Historic. Like, why is it banned in Historic? DRC is nerfed. It dies to Bowmaster. And even if the DRC wasn't nerfed, I feel like DRC shouldn't be nerfed, to be fair. Now that we have Orcish Bowmaster. Like, my god. Can we stop banning and nerfing cards that are appropriate for the power level of Historic? One upside to playing this over something like Chromatic Star, which would give you a net positive mana with Kinnan, is because Mishra's Bubble is a 0 mana card, so it goes really nicely with the Paradox Engine. So it can kind of clutch it out, especially like if you make a mistake. You're going to make a lot of mistakes with this deck just because of Paradox Engine. You're going to constantly forget that you have to go to Control Shift, full control with this deck. So you're gonna constantly make mistakes, and like Mishra's Bauble is gonna save you. So this is a 0 mana card that can untap everything with the Paradox Engine. So, and Oko, I mean, what can you say? I was kind of skeptical in putting Oko in the deck, but it is actually incredible. So I actually conceded one of the games that I shouldn't have, since I think I had a Demonic Tutor in my hand. An opponent Dark Ritualed into a Sheoldred on turn 2. I should have stayed, because I could have Demonic Tutored for Oko, and then make Sheoldred lose all abilities, and then become a 3/3 Elk. So this is going to be our removal spell for Orcish Bowmasters and Sheoldred. But other than that, sideboard, Tormod's Crypt, 0 mana card that can proc Paradox Engine, Ether Flux Reservoir. Usually, you can win with Ether Flux Reservoir, but the reason why I decided not to win with Ether Flux Reservoir in most of our games, because you could already win with Ether Flux Reservoir in a lot of the games in Historic at the moment, but rarely you get to win with the Tendrils of Agony, right? So that's why I decided to go for the alternate win route. The reason why Tendrils of Agony is in this deck is because if opponent has a Ether Flux Reservoir on the other side, I mean, not Ether Flux Reservoir, excuse me, a Karn on the other side, you're not going to be able to activate this. So that's why we have Tendrils of Agony to win the game in the main board, and which can also be fetched with the Demonic Tutor, right? And we have the One Ring for the fourth copy of Paradox Engine. Cityscape Leveler is kind of weird. Not sure if it actually belongs to the deck, but it does destroy any permanent, so maybe it'll come in clutch in some of these games. Chalice of the Void. But the reason why Chalice of the Void is in this deck is, let's say you get a hand like this. Let's say if you get a hand Dark Ritual, Karn, 2 lands, I don't know, Kinnan, right? Let's say if you get a hand like this, 5 cards. Then you can go Dark Ritual into Karn, grab Chalice of the Void to make sure that none of the like over the top shenanigans happen on the other side of the board. And later down the line, what you can do is you can plus the card on the Chalice of the Void, which will destroy it, right? Or you can go Oko and then put it on the Chalice of the Void and then make this into a 3/3, which doesn't do anything. But I don't think Chalice of the Void can actually counter the channel spells because this adds mana. So technically they're not doing it, but if there's like a combo deck that you come across that plays a lot of 0 mana spells, then this is something you can do. So even against like our deck, for instance, right? Like we play like Mox Ember, Mishra's Bauble, those can be all countered with Chalice of the Void. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.